next guest this evening was an established star in Britain before coming to America 3 years ago to join the cast of the hit show Please welcome Alex Kingston. Thanks for being here.
If you expect me to top the masturbating bear, you have another thing coming. That's all I can say.
That bear is getting help right now.
Yeah, I'm good at intubating.
Yes, we need an ER doctor to work on the masturbating bear immediately. You know, I mentioned in your introduction that you were an established star in Britain before you came here to the States.
Well, I wouldn't say established star, but you know.
Yeah, well, no, you were doing quite well. You were doing quite well. You're doing quite well on the stage. They're quite well known. What's your take on? You hear so much about how Americans get freaky about celebrities. What is your take on who's freakier about celebrities? Is it the British or is it the Americans?
To be honest, I'd say it's the British, because the Americans are really upfront. If the fans, if they like you, they'll come up and tell you how great the show is, how much they like your character. In England, they stare and they whisper and they're very furtive and they don't dare actually approach you.
Right.
So you feel that something dreadful has happened to you, like your bodily fluids are all over the place. I mean, it's just awful.
Right.
But then also they do things like, I mean, I remember, and this was when I was at the Royal Shakespeare Company, I had a fan who wanted me to send him my panties and my stockings, unwashed. So after the show...
I mean, I get that request a lot, but I always want them thoroughly clean first.
This is the thing. I mean, I thought it was just some pervert. He wanted them, the panties and the stockings that I'd worn in the show, he wanted me to put them in a bag and to send them to him.
Right.
And I was sitting there reading this letter, and I was so shocked. I then showed it to a male actor who was in the company, and he said, "Oh yeah, I had that guy years ago. He wanted my socks unwashed." So I mean,
who is this guy? He's probably easy to spot because he's very strangely dressed, walking around.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think they do? Do you think they lie in bed and sniff them?
Oh, then why are you asking me? Don't ask me why. You know what?
Maybe
You just topped the masturbating bear. You were worried about it, and then bingo, the results are in. You just beat him. Now, of course, you play a doctor on ER.
Yeah.
You get to spout all the medical jargon. Do you ever feel the urge to give advice? Because if I had all that jargon in my head, I would be, just for the fun of it, recommending all kinds of medications to people.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is where the American fans are a little bit different, because they do write in. I've had fans writing in with their medical prescriptions. And they ask me whether their doctor's recommendations are the correct ones, whether what he's prescribed is actually right. So
you should write them back and just say no, double that dosage.
No.
And 10 more cc's of prednisolone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stat.
So throw it all away and take up yoga.
Right.
So I mean, that's very weird, because it invests you with an enormous amount of power, and it also makes you realize that for many people, they really believe that you are the real thing.
People think I'm Conan O'Brien, not Chip Whitley, male model. You know, I watch the show ER often because, as I said, other than Dateline, it's the only thing NBC has left.
Yeah.
And I watch the show, and I'm struck by the realism of it. Doctor shows in America in the 70s and 80s were always, we better operate, and then cut to, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that was it. This show, you see guts.
Yeah,
and I'm curious, what is that stuff whenever they...
Well, it's actually, it's the real thing.
They use real human organs?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people are desperate for work out there in LA. That's my spleen right there!
There are certain background artists. There are certain background artists who are that desperate to be on the show.
That would be great if people sent in, like, headshots, but it was just for, like, my aorta. I'm sorry, come back next week.
Something just passed by. She just called extras background artists. How English of you. How nice.
Correct.
That's a nice term for it.
No, actually, we don't use them, really. We use animal organs.
Use animal organs?
Yep, we do. We have, like, pigs, bladders and spleens and
The audience now finds that more disgusting.
heart.
Yeah. The masturbating bear is backstage like, she's killing! She's destroying my act! Really, they use... Because I saw an episode where they said, don't worry, sir, we removed that oxtail.
Yes.
You will recover.
From your anus. Oh, sorry.
What the hell is going on with you? You know what I love so much about this interview is that I think Alex Kingston's coming on, established Shakespearean actor from Britain, so I'm on my best behavior.
Sorry.
And you're talking about pulling a tail out of someone's anus. Now, let me tell you something.
I'm sorry. Yeah. We're not allowed to do that on the show, you see, so I can get over my fantasies here with you.
Well, thank you. I like it that, oh, I can't do that on the Respectable show. Let's go over to Conan O'Brien and freak out. I've said this before, but this show is like the dark alley of television. People dash back here and do things they'd never do on established shows. And that's why we love you.
Well, you get brainwashed as well. I mean, I was in that tiny little dressing room with just the television screen, and then there's vibrators, and there's everything coming at me, and, you know?
That wasn't a vibrator.
What, that thing in the
It was King Arthur's sword. You're crazy.
Okay.
Your mind's in the gutter. ER is like I have to mention this, but folks, if you want to see ER, it's Thursdays at 10 on NBC. Alex, thanks for coming by.
Thank
really
you.
entertaining. Nice to have you here. Alex Kingston, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Kitty. They're going to perform.